Hi, I'm Amanda. Today I'm going to show you something very small but yet an interesting product. I received this little thing a few days ago from Taiwan. This is actually a prototype product called CardROM. It looks like an ordinary USB thumb drive, but it has got a little switch at the bottom, which is a write protection switch, and it has got a micro SD card slot in it. You may think that it is a micro SD card reader, but it's not that simple. I'm going to show you how it works. So here I've got a 4 GB micro SD card. I insert it into the CardROM, and then I insert this CardROM to the USB hub of my PC. So once I've done that, I will be seeing a few new drives popping up with one CD-ROM drive. If I launch that, then I will see 3 files in that drive. I just launched this exe file called ISOExe. It's actually a little program that allows me to select a ISO file, an image file, from my local hard drive. So let me pick up a file from my hard drive. For example, I select an etc this image, and then there are 3 options here. You can just raw write this ISO file to the micro SD card, or you can set the image file to be an 800 MB CD-ROM this image, or if that ISO file is actually a DVD-ROM image, then you can select 4.8 GB option. So if I select the first one, and now the program is actually writing the ISO image file contents into the micro SD card. So once the write operation completes, the program asks whether you want to compare the ISO file data with the original ISO file. This is to make sure that it's writing the contents into the micro SD card properly. If you do not want to waste time in verifying the correctness, you can select cancel. And here you will see that the write CD volume OK message. And this indicates that you can actually remove the CardROM device from the USB slot. So once the ISOExe program has finished writing the ISO image to the micro SD card, I've unplugged the CardROM and reinserted it to the USB hub again, and I'll be seeing 3 new devices in the disk management screen, with one being a CD-ROM drive emulated by the CardROM, which is 1 MB in size, and this drive contains the ISOExe program itself, and another one which is also identified as a CD-ROM drive, but it's actually 1.73 GB in size, which is containing the ISO image file contents that I previously selected in the ISOExe program. Remember that I selected a EPC image, and this is the EPC DVD image that is now recognized as a CD-ROM. And there's another disk drive which is identified as a removable mass storage drive, and it is 1.96 GB in size. It's formatted in FAT32 file system, and this is actually the free space after burning this image. Remember that our micro SD card is 4 GB in size, so this is actually the approximate free space after burning this 1.73 GB this image. This drive actually is fully usable by the user. You can drag files to it and use the mass storage drive just like any other SD card. And what's so amazing about the CardROM is that the CD-ROM or DVD-ROM emulated by the CardROM is actually identifiable by most modern system BIOS. So if we insert this CardROM into a EPC, switch it on, and we try to bring up the boot selection menu, and as you can see that the BIOS of the EPC has identified the CardROM, and here you can see there are 3 devices beginning with Zidian, and one is DVD-ROM drive, another one is CD-ROM drive, and another one is SD card drive. The DVD-ROM drive is actually the ISO image drive, and the CD-ROM drive is the 1 MB ISO easy drive, and the SD card drive is the free space drive. And if we select the DVD-ROM drive, and you can see it's booting up the EPC image. It's actually fully bootable. In summary, the CardROM is a very creative innovation. Users may use it to replace DVD drives and disks by burning an ISO image into the microSD card. Since the CardROM emulates a physical DVD drive and is identifiable by modern BIOS, system administrators may make use of the CardROM to install operating systems such as Microsoft Windows. One thing to keep in mind is that with this prototype version of CardROM, you can only burn 1 disk image per microSD card. However, you can still make use of the free space as a mass storage drive after burning the disk image. Currently, the ISO Easy program supports Microsoft Windows only, but not Macintosh or Linux. If you are interested in buying this product, check out the manufacturer's website. Thanks for watching.